and welcome.
Video. Right, boom, what up YouTube? My name is Dan, this is MT Tavern, we're playing some Pioneer. I just made a massive punt already doing this video, so I'll keep you guys up to date as to what happened. I forgot to put black mana in my mana base, and there's a Haunted Dead, which is pretty important to this deck, that I couldn't activate from my graveyard. Anyway, what this deck is trying to do is, we've got Prized Amalgams, Haunted Deads, and Arclight Phoenixes. We want to get them into the graveyard. The best way to do that is to put Haunted Dead into the graveyard first, discard 2 cards, and then return it from our graveyard to the battlefield tapped. The discard 2 cards is an additional cost, so if you discard the Prized Amalgams go into the graveyard before this goes back onto the battlefield. Thanks, Cajun. So what happens if you discard Prized Amalgams to this ability, this goes back to the battlefield and you get the Prized Amalgams back as well. Arclight Phoenix is another way of getting the Prized Amalgams back. We've got loads of instants and sorceries you can see right here. And 2 treasure cruises towards the top end, so there is a way we can just go off with stuff like Arclight Phoenix. We also have Elder Deep Fiends here, which is the big payoff of the deck. So Elder Deep Fiend, we're looking at the Emerge cost, so 5 and 2 blue. It has Flash, and the Emerge cost is we sacrifice a creature as well as paying the Emerge cost. But the Emerge cost is reduced by the CMC of the creature you sacrifice. Thanks, Larry. So pro that I forgot to put black mana in my deck that needs black mana in it. So, for example, a Haunted Dead is a 4 CMC spell, even though we're technically bringing it back for 2 mana, or in the case of Arclight Phoenix, we're essentially getting it back for no mana. Elder Deep Fiend, you sacrifice the Arclight Phoenix, you get 4 mana off of the Emerge cost. So it would be 1 and 2 blue, you flash it in, you tap down 4 permanents of your opponents. So you put it in their upkeep, you tap down their land, you stop at the beginning of combat, tap down their creatures. So pretty good as well. Speaking of Elder Deep Fiend, we also have some Sanctum of Ugins in the mana base. Sanctum of Ugin reads that whenever you cast a colorless spell with 7 or greater, CMC 7 or greater, you can sacrifice this and go and search for a colorless creature card. Elder Deep Fiend is colorless and is a colorless creature card, and it is above 7 mana. So you, even if you flash this in for the Emerge cost, you get to sacrifice Sanctum of Ugin. And
I updated to a more correct status for you.
Thanks to Cyrus for making my channel look even more dumb than it already does. Now punting in a whole new format. That is accurate. So Elder Deep Fiend, we can just cast it, go and tutor up another Elder Deep Fiend, sacrifice even the original Elder Deep Fiend to a new Elder Deep Fiend to just tap down my opponent's lands again. So it's kind of like a time walk in a really weird way. Going to the sideboard, we have stuff like Pith Needles and Abrades. Pith Needles are really good against the Aetherworks Marvel, although as Ziggurat Prime pointed out, Grafdigger's Cage also does that job as well. But I guess Pith Needle also double dips with stuff like Planeswalkers. Braid for any creatures plus artifacts. Kozilek's Return is an interesting one where if it's in our graveyard, so we can pay 2 mana, or 3 mana to deal 2 damage to each creature, but if it's in our graveyard, we cast an Eldrazi spell with CMC 7 or greater, we exile Kozilek's Return from our graveyard and deal 5 damage to each creature. So the Elder Deep Fiend is... an Eldrazi spell and it costs 7 or greater, so you can exile this from your graveyard and board wipe as well. Thing in the Ice is an alternative win condition we're expecting graveyard hate. Compelling Deterrence is also a way we can just make it so we can get rid of, say, a Grafdigger's Cage on our opponent's side of the board, or maybe we can get rid of a Leyline or a Rest in Peace or something like that. So that is a way of dealing with that, and then just negates and dispels for counter spells.
Double the deck set, double the fun.
We should add white for sideboard cards. We're still going with that meme in a whole new format. Right, let's go and try and play. So the one worry is here, I didn't add enough black mana to the deck. There's only 6 cards that tap for black mana, but I think we draw enough cards. We don't have to have black mana necessarily, but we need to at least have it in the deck as an option. Right. Now pioneering new punts. Hey, I'm on top of this. I can pioneer punts in a whole new format. This hand is so good, but I think we have to mulligan it. We need a second land. But remember, MTGO is random. It's random. I mean, that's just unlucky. We'll go down to 5. I guess this deck doesn't mind mulliganing too much. We'll keep this. We'll get rid of a Treasure Cruise and... let's get rid of an island. Let's just do that. Is Pact gone? Oh, some kind of affinity build from our opponent.
Yay White definitely has better sideboard cards than Grixis. Seems reasonable.
Okay, so we could go ahead and shock this now, but I don't think there's any need to.
I just realised that you can't pack for Dryad Arbor in this format. This format is trash.
So for those of you on YouTube who don't understand this meme, they always say, Tiero and Osiris and Cajun, they always say we should summon as Pact for a Dryad Arbor. I think we're against the Soul Artifact. Luckily for us, we have this Lightning Axe in our hands, so it's not that bad. We're still okay. But that is not great for us still. Dragon Skull Summit. Unless you control a swamp or a mountain. We don't have any of those things right now, so good job. I'm just going to go ahead and do this now, I think. So we'll do this. Get rid of the Arclight Phoenix. Because our opponent could have like a Stubborn Denial in their hand, which wouldn't be that shocking. To be honest. Another Gingerbread. Please don't tell me you have another one. Okay, they don't. Oh, they don't have enough mana anyway. Another Arclight Phoenix. I think I'm just going to play the land and say go here. I want to hold up Shock in response to anything.
Look at you pioneering new punts.
Mate, I am showing the world how to punt on a whole new level. I do want to try and hold back the Arclight Phoenix for now. Oh, that's a bit scary. I guess we should get rid of that next turn. Yeah, I want to hold it back so we might be able to get the Arclight Phoenixes back from our graveyard next turn. And if we draw a land, that should facilitate it, I guess. Let's start with Is It Charm. Let's go red and blue. So we can get rid of the Arclight Phoenix plus another card as well. We'd like to find a land. God damn it! MTGO, you hate me so much. The worst thing about this is actually we have to like use a shock now. We can't just let this Steel Overseer sit around. I guess we can just go Radical Idea. That's probably okay. And
Hey Dan, you should hold up Treasure Cruise here.
I hold up Treasure Cruise. Leave me alone! That happened one time. One time. It's not fair. Okay, what have we got now? What the hell is this? When it enters the battlefield, target artifact you control becomes... Fucking hell! That's so much damage! I hate you! I hate you so much! Is this permanently? Oh, so until it's on the battlefield. Okay, so we can get rid of that. Okay, let's go Radical Idea. Pitching Cathartic Reunion. Perfect. Okay. Do this. I don't think I'll make that mistake again. I think from now on I'll double check my hand most of the time. Okay, our opponent's just down to 2 cards. We're getting pretty low on life total though. Maybe I should have just held the Cathartic Reunion there. Is It Charm? Yeah, we should have to pass. There's no point just drawing cards and discarding them straight away because it might not be what we need. We'll probably go for it next turn. Springleaf Drum. Okay, opponent's got loads of manners now. Okay. Let's go blue and red. Okay. Sweet. Well, that couldn't have been any more clunky, could it? Let's move to sideboarding. We'll bring in Anger of the Gods. Kozilek's Returns. Thing in the Ice sounds pretty good as well, actually. And Braids. I don't think I want the negate sort of spells. Let's take out the Arclight Phoenixes. And maybe a couple of Elder Fiends and a Treasure Cruise. We'll go with a 61 card special. Which isn't that special because I always do it. So I think the deck might be a little bit too clunky by that particular game. It's only one game though, so maybe we just got a bit unfortunate. But it feels like maybe the Jace VPs are a little bit not needed. That those could have been spells that actually do something. And this deck probably doesn't need to have Jace from its Prodigy. It probably needs Instants and Sorceries to help trigger the Arclight Phoenix. Jace just didn't feel that great there. It didn't feel like if I drew it at any point, it would have been necessarily good. This hand seems okay, actually. Bearing in mind that we know what we're playing against, having 3 shocks sounds pretty damn good to me. Let's just start with a Sulphur Falls and pass. So the plan is we can use the Cathartic Reunion a bit later in the game. This is also an instance that's something nice as well. Although we did actually take out the... Oh, that's a problem. Okay, we have answers to that though, so it's fine. Okay, I think we're just going to go Thing in the Ice here. And pass. The problem is we could go ahead and shock this, but our opponent, and if they do have the enchantment, well, Smuggler's Copter's fine. That's great for us, because now we can just get rid of an Ornithopter or whatever we want to get rid of, and we also have the Thing in the Ice ready to go. Let's just pass for now. We don't have to cast anything just yet. There's no real advantage to it. Is it Charm? We may as well hold it up to counter something, maybe. Okay, we'll wait for them to target. I assume they're going to go for the Ornithopter. Okay, so we're just going to shock in response, so now that is out of there. Trigger on Thing in the Ice. So now we're going to go ahead and Cruise Smuggler's Copter. Red-White Heroic could be decent, actually. The only problem with Heroic is... do they deal with removal spells that way? Because again, stuff like Abzan just has so much removal. Haunted Dead is actually pretty embarrassing right now. I guess there's no harm getting it in the graveyard, though. The problem is I kind of just want to hold up my spells here so we're able to flip Thing in the Ice when we're ready. I'm a little bit worried about Shrapnel Blaster response to the last Thing in the Ice trigger. Oh, of course, Feather the Redeemed helps out quite a lot, doesn't it? That's a good point. Okay. Sure. Opponent's apparently not going to accrue the Smuggler's Copter. Okay, that's sweet for us. Now we get to go ahead and just Radical Idea. Draw a card instead. Hopefully we can find that lovely... Oh, they have the Shrapnel Blast, don't they? Well, that blows. That's still the end of the world, though. So, like, Thing in the Ice still got a 2-for-1 out of the deal. Took up our opponent's entire turn. So it's not like a crazy situation. My god, where the hell are our lands? Okay, let's go Cathartic Reunion. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to pass the turn here. We have Is It Charm to use on end step, and if we tap out for the Cathartic Reunion, we're just going to have to discard cards anyway. We might be able to like double bolt Smuggler's Copter or something. Yeah, there's just so much like efficient black removal. That's the only problem, isn't it? Oh my god, that is pretty bad for us. Okay. Wait, that works? Oh. Shit. Well, that's a slight problem. Eight. Decisions. So, we could double shock the creature so that Graph Digger's Cage doesn't get infinite damage, but I kind of want to get rid of Graph Digger's Cage at the minute. But I think I'll probably start to run out of cards in hand, and their board isn't that scary, so I think it might be worth it, actually, to just double shock this. The problem is we're just kind of getting very mana screwed. This is not a new thing. This has been happening a lot today. Like, bear in mind we're like 11 cards deep now, and we still haven't found a third land. It's a bit unfortunate. Man, we're just not going to draw lands, are we? Okay, let's go ahead and Cathartic Reunion. We'll get rid of the Kozilek's Return for now, because it's not really doing anything, and the Haunted Dead. There's a land, and a Treasure Cruise to boot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That sounds pretty good to me. Let's get rid of... Actually, I think we can wait. We can wait. It's fine. We can just opt. Because I don't really want to get rid of these cards. I think if we can find an answer to the Graph Digger's Cage, we might not be in the worst position ever. Opponent's not doing anything. Using all their mana this turn or something? They keep forgetting to accrue the Smuggler's Copter. I think our graveyard is now gone. I think it's safe to say, as far as reanimation goes, our graveyard is non-existent. Let's go ahead and opt. See if we can find something. Prized Amalgam. Nice. Nice. I might actually top this because it's something we can discard to Is It Charm. I think that might actually be worth topping because we're going to have to discard cards to Is It Charm anyway, so it kind of buffers the cards we're going to have to discard. Yeah. Okay, let's go land and let's Treasure Cruise. We'll get rid of everything but stuff that matters. Do we want to get rid of the Radical Idea? I think we can do. It's probably fine. 3 cards. There's another Kozilek's Return and more lands. Shit on my face. Okay, let's opt. Another land. Okay. There's an Abrade. That's not bad. Okay, things might be looking up. The problem is we're going to have to use the Abrade on the frickin' Smuggler's Copter. Because you suck, MTGO. You suck. You are the worst. By the way, this card is instant. Okay. Beginning of combat. Let's go ahead and destroy target artifact. This is so awkward. Right, chart a course. let's go ahead and chart a course. We'll discard the... There's a thing in the ice. Sweet. Okay, let's get rid of Prized Amalgam and... Oh, it's just Prized Amalgam, isn't it? That's right. Let's go ahead and play Sulphur Falls, and we can go ahead and Thing in the Ice. Okay, well, we might be getting there. We might be getting there. Please, opponent, do not have another Shrapnel Blast. Actually, no, Shrapnel Blast will get rid of a Grafdigger's Cage. I think I'd be okay with that, actually. Triple Grafdigger's Cage. I think our opponent was just like us, worried about the... I think they were worried about the Aetherworks Marvel deck as well. Another land. Okay, let's start with... We actually want to keep this Dragon Skull Summit, though. Let's start with an Is It Charm? Because the Dragon Skull Summit, we need some black mana sometimes. Let's draw 2 and discard 2. Prized Amalgams. Okay, get rid of these guys. How many Elder Deep Fiends did I take out? Just 2? Okay. Let's play... Dragon Skull Summit, which comes out tapped, unfortunately, because we don't have a basic mountain. We'll play Jace VP and then hope we don't get wrecked this turn. Jace Vryn's Prodigy should flip pretty easy. The problem is he can't cast anything from our graveyard because of the stupid Grafdigger's Cage. But he might be able to mill our opponent out if we can get to the -9. That's probably ambitious. Our opponent's finding loads of lands. Speed. Bomat Courier. Okay. See if our opponent wants to trade in their last card. I'm just going to block this one right here because I don't want to like risk my opponent having like a lightning strike in hand or something like that and then the thing in the ice just dying. That's kind of the best card we have right now. We can go Kozilek's Return next turn if we want to. That seems like a Shrapnel Blast! Bum 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 bum. Okay, had a Shrapnel Blast. Obviously, having multiple Grafdigger's Cage means that's still going to be a problem for us. Another Prized Amalgam. Right, let's activate Jace. Ooh, Sanctum of Ugin. Okay, let's get rid of a Prized Amalgam. Let's cast the Prized Amalgam. Let's play the Sanctum of Ugin, actually, and I'm going to uptick here and pass. I'm going to let my opponent attack with Bomat Courier first. I might still use Kozilek's Return, though, in response to the trigger on Bomat Courier. We'll see what my opponent's position is. We'll see if they want to give up the Bomat Courier just to draw an extra couple of cards. I would assume they do want to. So because they're going to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and just cast Kozilek's Return. So they lose the card on top and they can sacrifice it now. I'm going to give my opponent the option of not attacking, but either way, we will cast Kozilek's Return there if they attacked. So instead they get just one card out of the deal. Can we just draw a Prized Amalgam, please? That's all I've ever wanted. Okay, let's tick up here. I'm actually quite comfortable in this position, though. We're threatening an ultimate of a Jace here. We're looking at, you know, Jace, if he gets to ultimate, we can mill our opponent out with that emblem. We cast a lot of non-creature spells in this deck. Milling, is it 5 a time? So it only have to be, like, 8 non-creature spells. I say only, that's still quite a lot. Thing in the ice. Okay, well, this is kind of clunky, but we'll see what happens. I'm just going to protect Jace for a while. We could be attacking our opponent. I guess we'll get him for some amount of points of damage, actually. Just 3 for now. We'll just get for 3 for now, because if our opponent has a Shrapnel Blast for this, they can put a point of damage into Jace. I think we're probably looking at Jace as a win condition here. Is this any spell, or is it instant and sorcery? Cast a spell. Okay, well, we have plenty of spells in the deck. Man, we're actually going to win. I'm playing a merge deck, I'm probably going to win with Jace freaking Vryn's Prodigy. Okay, we'll save our spells then if that's what the plan is. Pass to you, opponent. If the plan here is Jace, we'll save the spells. Ginger Brute, okay. I know you're not attacking. Oh, you are attacking, okay. Maybe you are attacking. Wait, they're attacking us? This feels like somebody who has a Shrapnel Blast in hand, but Shrapnel Blast isn't that scary actually here. Are we about to mill? Oh my god, we're going to ultimate Jace. Yes! Okay, I'm going to begin with casting Opt. Melee for 5. Now it's the race is on. Is Thing in the Ice or milling them out? Which is going to happen first? Land's the bottom. Draw land. Okay. Let's go... Is it Charm? Draw 2 and discard 2. Mill you. Trigger on Thing in the Ice. Down to 2 counters. We'll get rid of a land and... I guess Anger of the Gods, because there's no way I'm casting that now. Let's just play... We'll keep the land in hand, because we might want to cast something next turn. Let's go ahead and Haunted Dead. Trigger. Mill you for 5. Our opponent's essentially down to... Like, we need like 4 spells to kill our opponent. Let's go ahead and attack. We got there! Wow, that was so clunky, though. Right, so we need to bring in the... Actually, the Compelling Deterrence doesn't sound that good in the face of a... Actually, it's probably fine. In the face of Grafdigger's Cage, but I think that's still okay. We'll leave the Abrades in. We can probably... We'll probably take out the Treasure Cruise. Actually, Treasure Cruise might be okay in this, because if we're not using our Graveyard... I think we'd rather use our... stuff like this to try and hardcast our things and then try and merge them down. Let's take out some stuff, though. I don't know what to take out, that's the problem. Maybe this just isn't a matchup for Anger of the Gods. This might not be the matchup for it. Maybe we should get rid of it. JSVP was good there, but I don't think we need it. And a couple more cards. Let's get rid of a... Haunted Dead, and maybe just one of the Elder Deep Fiends. I think 3 is probably fine. I know, even when I'm not playing Mill, I'm playing Mill, apparently. Wasn't even my choice. That was so sweet. I really love this format. Oh, wow, we're keeping this. By the way, just want to point out, random shuffler, right? Double Abraded, double Kozilek's return. That's your random shuffler on MTGO. Ginger Brute. Getting a absolute player. Okay, let's lead with a Sulphur Falls. It's good that we're hitting our land drops, I guess. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 That sounds like an Ensoul artifact to me. No, it's a Stone Coil Serpent. Not that scary, actually. Reach, trample, protection from multicolored. No! I think we need to sort our mana base out. All of these lands are coming out tapped apart from Spy Bluff Canal. Right, let's go ahead and... I think I'm going to Thing in the Ice here. Even if our opponent does get like an Ensoul artifact on something, I think just getting this down now is probably okay, since we're going to be playing a taps land by the look of it next turn anyway. We may as well just Abrade next turn, and this could be annoying if our opponent does have the Shatter, whatever it's called, the red one. Oh, that's kind of annoying as well, though. But we can deal with that, that's fine. That's not the end of the world. You random shuffle in real life and Mine Tower and Power Plant always end up together, like, or clumped together. That is true. That is so true. It's such a joke. Man, we're taking like 7 damage here. That's a lot of damage. We are not blocking that, though. We get to get rid of it next turn, so it's all good. It's pro multicolor, right? Yes, that's fine. Right, let's go and play our Dragon Skull somehow. Let's destroy this now, just in case they do have the... just in case they do have like a Stubborn Denial Hand or something like that. So we did take probably 5 more damage than we needed to there, but... hopefully it's not going to happen again. Oh my god. We might have to block this. I don't think we have a choice. I think we have to block this. We can't take 5 more damage here. It's just too much.
Hey Dan, at least in this format, you can't complain about drawing Living End.
That is true.
Right.
That is the upside of this format. Yeah, if I draw Living End, I'm probably cheating. Yeah, I don't think we can... I genuinely don't think we can take that amount of damage. Even Kozilek's Return doesn't look that great here. Man, we've drawn all of the spells and like no real payoff, and our opponent like drew 2 of these guys. Put that land to the bottom. Okay, let's just Abrade this. Feels so bad. Pass to our opponent. There's still 3 cards in hand, and we're not even set up yet for anything. Which kind of blows. On the plus side, though, we've got loads of card draw in our hand. If we can find an Elder Deep Fiend, then who knows? What have we got now? Jesus. Okay. That's a lot of damage we're looking at next turn. There's the Deep Fiend. Okay, that's something, I guess. Let's go ahead and Cathartic Reunion, get rid of Kozilek's Return and Kozilek's Return. Okay, I guess we're just going Thing in the Ice and hoping we survive somehow. Bomac Courier, okay. Bomac, oh my god. Let's go ahead and just block here. Like, returning it back to the hand doesn't really achieve anything here. We're super dead on board. Oh, okay, our opponent got everything. Sure, we lose.